that made my life what it is. Can't you hear it calling? Everybody's shaking. Tonight everything is over. I feel too young.
got a lot of.
Hello, mystery, don't bother to explain. How about maybe it's all been in my head.
10 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes. So y'all finish up your conversations and let's get started at 7:30. 8 minutes.
My dear, come again. Your voice is fading out and in, out of the laundry bin. I found my innocence again. The dog is always barking at the mailman. I won't waste your time with my revelation. Hello, my friend, I see you're back again. Hello, mystery, don't bother to explain. How about maybe it's all been in my head. Hey, well, I'm tired of this black and blue, black and blue. Hello, my friend, I see you're back again. Hello, mystery, don't bother to explain. How about maybe it's all been in my head. Hey, well, I'm tired of this black and blue, black and blue. Who's the boy you like the most? Is it teasing you with underage? Could he be waving from a tropical sunset? Static silhouette somehow. Single in his bed someday. Quiet till it falls, falls, falls. Roam, 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 focus, looking forward, the Colosseum. Oh no, what did I say? What can I say? Roam, roam, many tears are falling here. I'll be driving, you look the other way. Bad and easy to annoy. Shutters always and forevermore. I call to say I'm on the way. 2,000 years remain in a trash can that burned a cigarette somewhere. Ashes still if fall falls.
2 minutes, 2 minutes. Y'all find a seat. We want to get going at 7:30.
Go like 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Ready in about 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
All right, let's get started tonight. 7:30. Man, we got a lot of people tonight. Welcome to Atlanta Startup Village number 35. This is number 35. Last month, David Lightburn held it down. We had 5 companies present. Tonight, we've got 5 companies presenting that range from very early stage to funded. And we're excited for everyone to be here tonight. How many folks have been to ASV before? Nice, so a lot of new people in the room. Well, to give you guys, everyone, a background on the Startup Village. So this is number 35. There have been, it started about 3 years ago. Myself, Kyle Porter, Chris Beauregard, we came back from Techstars Boulder, and one of the best events there was the Boulder Denver New Tech Meetup. 5 companies presented for 5 minutes, and we came back, and it was like, well, let's do that. Let's take a page out of their book. We started with 20 people at the, back then it was Hippopotamus. The basement of Hippopotamus, there were about 20 people that came, and then 34 later, we've got a great community of folks in the meetup, and also, most importantly, entrepreneurs who are putting it all out there on the line, building product, which is why we really like to focus on product, because that's really where the rubber meets the road. So a couple things tonight. It's a leap year. So everyone, one of every 7 years. I don't know. Y'all know. One of the core values, some of the core values of this event and the Tech Village as a whole is really pay it forward. This is a very inclusive environment, right? There's no list. There's no, everyone's welcome. How many of y'all are drinking beer? How many of y'all pay for that beer? None of y'all. So we're going to thank the beer sponsors in a minute. Before I do that, I do want to, in the essence of the inclusiveness, I do want to give a quick, I've never gotten up on a political stump here, but check out HB 757. It is, do your research, go to Georgia Prospers. It's not a good look in terms of the perception of discrimination. So check that out and definitely reach out to your state senator and let them know that we don't want to be. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we've got 5 amazing companies tonight. Let's first get to, first of all, this is live tonight. So Crafted it's live stream. So all the folks, let's give Crafted a big round of applause. Hey.
Hey guys, I'm Emma with Crafted. Everybody turn around and say hey to the people watching online. Everybody say hey real loud. Make them feel included. Hey guys, we believe at Crafted that content is unlimited. You can really watch any speaker you want on YouTube, right? So we believe that brands, it's all about the community you create with your brands, and that's what we help you do through video production, online streaming, and event programming. So call us. We'll be back there by the camera if you want to say hello. And we love Atlanta Tech Village. They are awesome. So thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you. Great. Now, sponsors for the beer. Very, very crucial. Sage, come on down. Mr. Calvin.
How you guys doing? I just wanted to say a quick word. We are from Sage, which is a massive company, but we're actually a startup within that. So our product's called Sage Live. It's a cloud accounting solution. It's built on the Salesforce platform, so there's no need to go outside for integration. It's also completely mobile. So if you need to work on your PC, you can. If you want to do everything from your iPhone or your iPad, you can do everything. Expense tracking, attaching receipts to journals, whatever you need to do for accounting solutions. So it's a great product. Definitely check it out. Also wanted to introduce Katie Bonta real quick.
Thanks, Alex. I'm Katie Bonta. I'm the partner manager with Sage Live. If you're a software developer or you do consulting services, I'd like to talk to you about partnership opportunities. So I'll be here all night, and I've got cards. Thanks.
And we have more beer. Cheers.
Thanks. You going to be around afterwards? Get in touch. Awesome. So we have Sage, and then we also have the Mercer Bears. Give a shout out to Macon.
Hi, I'm Susan Gilbert. I am Dean of the Business School at Mercer University, and we love Atlanta Tech Village so much that we are building a mini Atlanta Tech Village in Macon, Georgia, soul of the South. But we need some entrepreneurs to fill the halls. So hopefully you've gotten a flyer about the Mercer Innovation Fellows Program. And in case you didn't, or in case you didn't read it, we are giving away this spring housing, an office, access to interns, and $20,000 to 5 innovation fellows. So we are here to collect applications from you guys and girls to get you to apply. The deadline is April 1st for the first set of awards. So please consider launching your business down in Macon, Georgia, and joining the Mercer University Bears. Go Bears!
Hell yeah. I'll give a go Bears to that. Sweet. Thank you. Okay, so for all the folks who are new in the audience tonight, the makeup goes like this. 5 minutes of presentation, majority of it's product, 5 minutes of Q&A, and then all of a sudden we have volunteers. These chairs that y'all are sitting in don't magically get there, and they sure as heck don't magically organize themselves afterwards. And 7 volunteers tonight have helped put this to help organize the chairs, and they have a 30-second pitch. So, without further ado, let's get going. Give 360, take it away.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. As many of you are aware, there are some amazing organizations out there that are helping causes that affect every one of us. From cancer research to homelessness, to education and our veterans, just to name a few. According to the National Center for Charity Statistics, 2.25% of all nonprofits raise 90% of all donations. So where does that leave the other 1.5 million nonprofits that are making a positive impact on our communities? My name is Quinn O'Neill, and this is Gary Liu. And today we're presenting Give 360, a next-generation fundraising platform, a next-generation fundraising platform that helps nonprofits and schools raise money without asking for a penny, and it doesn't change the consumer behavior.
How many of you all agree that a successful local community hinges on great schools, wonderful nonprofits, and thriving small businesses? Now, I'm sure many of you all have experienced being harassed by school fundraisers trying to sell you silly things like gift wrap paper and cookie dough. The reason why is because there's no government funding for extracurricular activities at these schools for these events such as sports and music. Now, nonprofit organizations face a set of their own challenges when it comes to raising funds. Not everybody can afford a $500 ticket to a black tie event or attend a silent auction. But people are very passionate about their cause, and they want to be able to help contribute in some way. Now, many of you folks know that small businesses are the foundation of our local community. One of the biggest challenges that small businesses face is how do we get more customers? They can try traditional advertising methods like billboards and magazine ads, but they're very expensive, and they're very difficult to track the success of their results. And this is why we created Give 360. When consumers shop or dine at a participating Give 360 business, that business has agreed to donate up to 5% of the sale back to the nonprofit organization that the consumer supports. How does Give 360 work? Schools and nonprofits partner to be a beneficiary of our platform. They then ask their supporters to download our app, register their credit card, and shop or dine at a participating Give 360 business. Customers don't need to carry a coupon or key fob or mobile app. All they need to do is just pay. Because Give 360's technology is tied with Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover, we know who that customer is, where they shop or dined, which organization they support so we can route those funds properly, and how much they spent.
Give 360 is a win-win-win for all 3 entities involved. Schools and nonprofits win because they're trying to raise money all the time. And with Give 360, they can do it seamlessly, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Parents and consumers win because they no longer have to purchase or buy those things like cookie dough and wrapping paper. The merchants win because now they can advertise to a built-in customer base of tens of thousands of individuals, where Give 360 encourages their support base to shop at these local merchants. They also win because they increase their customer base, they have customer loyalty, and they also contribute to their communities.
So let's see how it works. First, you download our Give 360 mobile app. It then takes you through a 3-step registration wizard. First, you load in your credit card. And by the way, we're never going to charge your credit card. This is just used to track who you are and donate the funds to the right organization. Then you choose your charitable organization like Open Hand Atlanta or Atlanta Humane Society. And the last part of the wizard, which is optional, you can follow participating merchants and receive promos and specials. After the wizard, it takes you to our main menu where you can update expired cards, add additional credit cards, change your charity you want to support, and then also view donation history. Now, the main part of our app uses geo-based location technology to find a participating Give 360 merchant near you. There are 3 ways to do that. You can use a keyword search up top by searching automotive repair or Mexican restaurant. The list view at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen or the map view where you can click on one of those pins and then it takes you to a detailed merchants page. On a details merchants page, you can find directions, read about the business, find hours of operations. If it's a restaurant, see the menu, or some of these restaurants even allow you to make reservations. So next time you're going to dine out at a participating Give 360 merchant like Atkins Park, Opera Diem, Eclipse de Luna, McRae's Tavern, be sure to use your registered Give 360 credit card, and together we'll revolutionize a $900 billion a year industry. All right, questions? I knew you were going to ask that. So 1%, so there's 3 revenue models. Where our primary revenue model is 1% of that 5% actually goes to the bottom line for Give 360. And from a testing we've done for the last year and a half, that's approximately 50 cents per merchant per month for an active user. Well, I'm glad you asked that question. So one of the reasons why we're here, our goal this evening, is really to connect with you folks, the audience. We're looking for 3 things. We're looking for, mentors and advisors that have been there and done that, right? That have started up startups and successfully created and sold startups. We're looking for key players for our team, leadership team. So folks that have an entrepreneur-like mind that want to join our team, we're certainly looking for leadership positions. We're hoping to network with you. And also, we're seeking potential investors who want to use their experience and their network to help us scale Give 360. Other questions? We have searched and searched. We're the only ones that are doing this in terms of a local community and tying it to the Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover network for doing what we're doing. There's some programs out there. You have to carry a plastic card around. You've got to install equipment at the merchant site. But so far, we've been searching and monitoring the situation for the last 2 years. Haven't seen anyone doing this yet. It's a location by location basis because, for example, there are some restaurants or different owners, right? Someone's sister owned it, or they might have sold it to someone else. So it's a location by location. But we've got like Rusan's Midtown, Chin Chin on Ponce, and quite a few other restaurants. So it's case by case. Based on what Quinn said, the advertising. For them, it's free advertising, right, to tens and thousands of people. They don't pay a dime for it. It's not until we drive them business is when there is a donation that's generated. And the other thing, these restaurants, and not just restaurants, just small businesses in general, I don't know if you know this, but they get harassed every other day by folks coming in there asking for donations. People don't want to feel bad and say no to the people for the nonprofits coming in, yet they can't write a check to everyone that comes in, and they can't give everyone a gift certificate because they're out of business. So now we have the opportunity for them to present to them to join a Give 360 network to benefit. Right now it's set at 5%. Oh, I'm sorry. So can we change the donation percentage? I forgot about that part. Yeah, right now it's set at 5%. Thank you. So the money, that's a great question, is moved once a month. We instead of taking 30 cents out of every transaction, we move money on a 10th of the following month, and we have a portal. It's a merchant portal and a charity portal to present complete transparency for both our charity and our merchants. They can see who the user is, where they shop, which organization they support. So we pull the money once a month on a 10, and we push the money on the 15th of the month. So since the restaurant's paying for it, they would get the tax deduction. They would have to consult their accountant, but it's most likely a marketing thing. So what I'd like to say now is, this evening, if you could help support us by downloading our app later on and picking a nonprofit organization you want to support. I've got Susanna Specia here from Reimagine ATL. They're doing wonderful things for children.
Hey, I'm Susanna. I have a nonprofit called Reimagine ATL, and we're based out of Castleberry Hill, but we do film and music production for kids as a way to bring diversity together across the city. So our kids are creating all kinds of multimedia content, podcasts, music videos, documentaries, and they're actually tackling all sorts of social issues going on in the city.
So support Susanna's organization or another organization when you download that. By the way, one last thing. Those things that are on your chair that you received, they're not business card holders. They're actually cell phone stands, so you can put it on your nightstand or your desk, or you can put a tablet, you can put an iPad on there too. So they're not business card holders. Thank you, folks, very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, cool. All right. Give 360. Nice. Gary Quinn, when y'all come back in 9 months, I want to see some live demo product now. You got away with that, but you're the first one. So, Ashley, I know you're right there. Oh, that's all right. Hey, I did that earlier. Don't worry. Good. Ashley, you have... Oh, wait. One quick announcement. The community center's open. So if anyone wants to go back there and watch this as well, yeah, it's live. Feel free to. The live show is always better. Ashley, you have 30 seconds. Take it away.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to tell you all a story. Y'all like stories? That is really sad. Y'all need to get a little more lively. Y'all have free beer. Be happy. All right, so I'm going to tell you a story about Lucky the Unlucky Leprechaun because we are about to be at St. Patrick's Day holiday, okay? Lucky had a pot of gold. He did not believe in banks, so he didn't properly protect his pot of gold. Think of his pot of gold as the assets of his business. Somebody stole his pot of gold. He didn't have an insurance policy. Screwed. That's where I come in. I am an independent insurance agency, and I help small businesses get their insurance in place so they don't go out of business, they don't lose their pot of gold. Protect your pot of gold. Ashley Ward, Southern Insurance Advisors.
Information on the back? Great. Thank you, Ashley. And thank you for volunteering. David, come on down. You're the next contestant.
Hello, my name is David Spiegler with Intelligent Pathway. We've developed an online personalized learning program for students K through 12 to enable them to maximize their learning potential. Rather than having them go through static content that most of the overwhelming majority of online programs feature today, we can deliver a very dynamic and personalized learning program for each and every student based on their individual strengths, weaknesses, and learning styles. In fact, studies have shown that our approach can take a student at the 50th percentile of performance all the way to the 98th percentile. My contact information is on the back. I'll be in the back taking any questions or checks for millions of dollars. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for volunteering. Event tent, Georgia State Pride. Y'all take it away.
Hey everyone, my name is Justin McLeod. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Eventent.
Good evening, my name is Duval Smith. I'm CTO and co-founder of Eventent.
So currently people are unaware of events, so they turn to social media to solve the problem. However, they're met with media clutter. Media clutter is irrelevant content that has nothing to do with events, making the event search more time consuming and events being overlooked or ignored.
So Eventent is a mobile solution that eliminates media clutter and simplifies the event search by having an event-focused platform that allows users to create, discover, and preview a live event before they attend it. Our competition right now, our direct competitors, are Snapchat and Eventbrite. We're more social than Eventbrite, and we're more event-focused than Snapchat by allowing users to search for live events around them.
So we plan on capitalizing on the $25 billion event promotions industry and the $36 billion social media ad spending market by having revenue streams from sponsored ads, promoted events, and pre-sale tickets.
Our target market right now are event organizers with a small social media following and a limited marketing budget, as well as millennials who are active on social media looking for new experiences.
So we're creating a community where event organizers can use photos and videos for event goers to preview before attending a live event.
With that being said, we have 3 other members, but 2 are here. So Jasmine Holloway is our creative director in charge of all our graphics, and Chris is our administrative director in charge of getting together with event organizers and putting dope events on our app.
All right, so who's ready to see Event 10 live? All right, I got to get hype more than that. Come on now. We're actually live right now. So this event right here is live. So Dua's going to pull it up.
Yeah, so we have actually a beta test going on now. So we have users taking pictures and going through currently. So before we get to this event, we have the date auction going on right now.
Yeah, so this event right here is live. So basically what you're seeing is a timeline. So you're scrolling down through different events that are your preferences. So you tap through your live feed. Basically that's photos and videos that's going on right now. So those pictures and videos kind of determine whether you want to go to an event or not.
Yeah, but currently we just have photos going on. So yeah, so that's the Georgia State AK side date auction.
Yeah, so that's at Georgia State right now.
To just go through more of the app, we also have the Explore page. We have divided up into 10 categories, so food, art, music, nightlife, things of that sort. So if you click music or whatever, you can see the latest, events going on in the city that a lot of people don't know about. So the CeeLo Green event that's going on, I will be in attendance.
Right, so we kind of want to highlight, like we said, the smaller event organizers. So everybody knows about the Hawks games or the Falcons games that are coming up, but they don't know about those small, unique art shows that are going on around the city.
Also, going back to our revenue streams, we have this is our current feature page. So if you look at the top, you can see that Atlanta Startup is our event of the week for our beta testers. So they're going to be able to, click on Atlanta Startup Village and get more information on this, what's going on. And you see the live button on the bottom is orange. So if they click that, they can see
that. So this is the event that's live right now. So you can go through the photos that we took, and hey, there you go, the beer.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Justin's really going hand with these selfies, though, man. I mean, I'm proud of you, bro.
Hey, man, So we can take a live picture right now. You want to take a live picture?
Let's do that, man. Let's do that.
All right, so we're going to go to the timeline. So this event is live right now. So we're going to click on the peak button.
Right.
And you see that button at the top? It says you're here. So you click on that live button so you can actually participate in the actual live feed. So we're going to do a selfie. So everybody going to do a selfie real quick? Everybody, hey. All right, hold on. Let's see. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right.
Such a blur. I got the mic and the camera at the same time.
All right, so basically that's where you can do. So if you're actually at the event is when you can contribute to the live feed. So you can get that same live experience of taking pictures and actually videos of a live event. Okay.
Yeah. I'll go back some more. So
yeah, we actually we can go to the timeline. So we actually give you the directions to the event. Like you said, you can save the event for later. You can share on your social media platforms, and you can also text your closest friends and things of that sort.
Yeah. So this is the AK side.
And thank you guys.
Event going on, but yeah, waiting on the Wi-Fi.
Thank you. Any questions in the back? Right. He said basically the event market is very oversaturated what our etch is in the event space. So basically, like we said, the live feed. So Eventbrite, like I said, is kind of like the first mover in the event promotion and pre-sale tickets, what people know. And Snapchat is the more social side of it. So we're actually combining the two and adding a social feel to the event discovery search. So you can see an actual live event before you actually go to it. So if events going on right now, the people who aren't here can actually see the live feed. So our beta testers right now are tapping through the pictures and seeing the actual live feed.
Yeah, to add to that, we also, because we just graduated from Georgia State recently, we did our customer discovery and asking students how they found out about events around Atlanta and on campus. And the predominant response was Instagram, like surprisingly. So no one actually used Eventbrite in our age group. They all use Instagram and Twitter. And as we know, going through Instagram and trying to find events, you're going to see political memes, like everyone's expressions or opinions before you get to an event.
Stuff that doesn't deal with events. So that's what we mean by media clutter. Okay, so he said, one, what's our website? It's evententapp.com.
We have cards.
Yeah, we have cards, so you can actually be on our beta test. And he said, how do we plan on scaling this? So right now, this is our MVP. So we're going to release it in March, and this is basically solving the problem of finding out about events. So we plan on scaling it, basically creating that community, like we said. So we're not going to be curators like Snapchat or different event apps out there. So we want to let the people who are putting the events together to connect the people that want to find the event. So those local art shows and different tech startup hackathons and things of that sort, we want to basically have profiles where people follow them. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we're really key on like this location, or using your location. So right now we're really centered in Atlanta, and we want to build that community and that following and just get our feedback here. Going forward, you can just put your location in. It'll give you the events like in like a 50-mile, like any custom kind of radius around you. So if you're, in California and you hit events in, it'll give you in that 50-mile radius all the events going on around you. And then those events can put on pictures and videos, and you can see what's going on in that community versus, like Justin said, us curating the events or putting on for you, because that kind of makes us, determine what we think you guys think is cool. So that's never good. So. I mean, yeah.
Okay, she said, how do we identify the events? So basically, we have a dashboard, a web app. So basically, people submit their own events, and if they want it to be public, then we have to actually approve it. As far as identifying the difference between are you saying the difference between a big event and a smaller event? You're saying? Oh yeah, we look at the event, and then if it looks like it's good, we go ahead and approve it.
Yeah, because like we have a public and private event. So I mean, if you create a private event, like we don't have to approve that because that's like your own event that you're sending to people, which we didn't get to show on here, but it's on here. But if it's a public event, meaning you want it to be on everyone's timeline and you want to have the option to promote it on like the feature page or a feature section, then we would have to approve that because people do create crazy stuff and we can't have that on the timeline. You scrolling through seeing like some obscene material, so we have to approve it.
He said, what's our revenue model? So like we said, it's pre-sale tickets, it is sponsored ads, and it's promoted events. So basically on our feature page, if an event organizer or promoter wants to actually promote their event, then they can go on the feature page and they can actually pay, we do $35 a day, or we have it now. They pay to get on the feature page. And as we grow our user base, we're going to do basically what's called sponsored ads. So any companies, they can basically sponsor an event that tailors to their company. So for example, if Nike wants to sponsor the Final Four, the Super Bowl, and the Kentucky Derby, they can place Nike ads within that live feed.
Right, so we're saying like I guess if you use Snapchat as an example, if you go through live feed in Snapchat, you'll see sponsored ads throughout their live feed. That's like big businesses support our advertising their stuff. So we're saying for us with our live feed, that's one revenue source as far as businesses placing sponsored ads within the live feed for you to swipe through or for you to preview the video, as well as the pre-sale ticket. So we take a percentage of every ticket sold through Eventent, as well as.
Thank you, guys. If you have any more questions, y'all can see us in the front.
Yeah, we're here.
Slick app. Robin. Hey, 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Lori. I'd like to introduce you to Southern Barter Club. We're a membership network with thousands of businesses here in Georgia. Basically, we have a cashless currency, and members simply agree to accept these trade dollars in lieu of cash because the leads always come from our network, and we bring you business you wouldn't have had otherwise. Businesses in our network interact with 50,000 others worldwide. They get billboards daily, healthcare services, printing, equipment, website design, and more, all without cash, leveraging their goods and services. So check out Southern Barter Club. We have 50% off tonight, $149 for a membership, and you instantly have that $149 in your bank account, ready to start trading.
Thank you, Lori. That's great. You from New Orleans? Where are you from? Alabama. All right. Okay. I'm like, I don't know about that. That's Southern Bartering Club from New York. All right, you pulled it off all right. All right. Oh, man. Hey. new company, new name. Tell us about it. Good to see you.
Hey, good evening. My name is Ade, and I'm the founder of Mixo, formerly called 30. I'm sure you guys probably, see me from time to time. So Mixo instantly connects you with other users nearby who share similar thoughts or interests. So if you're here tonight at this event looking to network and better connect with others, here's how in 3 easy steps. Download Mixo from the App Store or Google Play, check in into Atlanta Tech Village, select your thoughts or interests, and instantly connect and meet up. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much. I'm looking forward to seeing that redesign. The Unbrokerage, take it away.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me out tonight. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, there we go. Just want to start off by saying there's a few things that every business has to put in place before they could actually start operating or operating effectively. Business is actually one of those things you got to do, so thanks for the initial plug earlier. But it's a lot like a utility, like electricity. You can't effectively run your business without electricity. Quite frankly, you can't effectively run your business without the right type of business liability insurance. But for those people in this room who've been through the process before, I think you'd all agree that buying insurance sucks. The whole process sucks. Why does it suck? Well, like I said, it's a mandatory expense. You got to do it by law or by contract or by someone else. And then there's a huge lack of transparency between during the buying process. You're usually more confused than you were at the beginning. So just to kind of redefine that problem a little bit more, you have brokers that traditionally confuse the hell out of you and scare the shit out of you, so you spend more money in premium. Then the typical process takes anywhere from 4 to 12 weeks long. I don't know any other commodity type purchase that I'd spend 4 to 12 weeks buying. And then they want you to pay usually all up front or some huge down payment. So if you guys are anything like me or your businesses are anything like mine, my expectation is that you would like to pay for your services as you consume them, not prepay, especially not a year in advance. So what's my solution? It's basically everything that isn't. I allow you or small businesses to purchase insurance on a monthly subscription in 30 minutes without engaging a broker at all. So how do I do this? Well, first, let me say a little bit about me. I'm Philip Naples. I'm the founder of the Unbrokerage. I'm a recovering insurance broker. I kind of see insurance as somewhat of an addiction. So I've been sober now for 2 months. It's been great. 15 in the business, living this process every single day and hearing the same damn challenges every single day from my customers. And I spent the better part of a decade trying to figure out how to solve it, and I have. So I'm bringing it to market today. We could get more specifics about what carriers are involved, but here's the program. It's very, very, very simple. It's not sexy at all, but you just go on my website, you click on the needs survey. It's 10 questions in 15 seconds of your life. And then what you get is a report. That's what the needs survey looks like. All right. It's a report. This one happens to be 8 bullet points. This is everything you need to know when you're buying your insurance. You don't need a broker now. This is everything they have. Next, that's free, by the way. Anyone can do that, so go online and knock yourself out. But the next portion is you probably have to buy insurance. Here's the beginning of the application. The important thing here, it's 30 minutes. It's not 4 to 12 weeks. I only have you for and then you get your quote. So here's just an example of one I ran the other day, $250. So we're going to have someone in the back say, well, that's probably cut rate insurance, because that's what we always hear, right? No, this is a fully scalable insurance program from general liability to cyber liability, and it's the same policy wording that you'd find from the $250 million tech company right around the corner. So it's not cut rate insurance. It's just cutting edge technology that delivers to you much, much faster. So that's it, guys. You're done. I mean, it's very, very simple. The process isn't sexy because it shouldn't be. Insurance should be black and white. It should not be gray. So it's one form, and our secret sauce is allowing you to buy insurance the way you want to buy insurance, but not requiring the insurance companies to operate any differently, because if they did, it would literally take an act of Congress. They are so heavily regulated that only Congress can make the insurance companies change. So I figured out the middle ground to deliver the services to you guys in a manner that would work for you. So I'm a little early. I can tell you a little bit more. Just so you know, there's been a lot of studies done, and I've actually found this out in my job as well, my former job as well, or my former addiction, that most brokers cannot be profitable working with any company spending $50,000 in insurance premium or less, and good ones can't be profitable working with companies spending $100,000 or less. Who here's spending $100,000? Who here's spending $50,000? My point exactly. I can tell you for a fact, and you can ask me later, that one of the biggest companies in this building whose name is out on that sign at Lennox and Piedmont is spending far less than $8,000 a year in insurance. And that means there's a $42,000 delta before they could even get to an average broker. So I'm trying to allow you to get the coverage you need very, very quickly so you could sign those contracts and move on with your day. I think that's pretty good. 21 seconds.
Questions, and all the insurance brokers in the back, y'all be nice.
Yeah, so there are a few companies out there that are doing this. Most of them are focusing on the employee benefits. So you've heard of the Zenefits and the challenges they're having, maybe Gusto. No one has figured out how to crack the code on property and casualty. That's what I'm selling. I like to think I have. So my competition, to frame it a different way, is small business brokers and people who just don't feel like insurance is quite frankly needed for their business. If you look, go ahead. If you look, sometimes I should point out larger brokers, like the brokerage I came from, they're actually channel partners for me because given the fact that they need to sell policies at about 50 grand, when a small business comes onto their desk, it's a problem for them. They're not going to get paid on it. They're actually going to have a negative profit margin. But it usually comes from one of their largest clients that says, hey, Bob, my son Joe is starting a tech company. He needs bottom dollar insurance just so he can move into his lease or so he could comply with a contract and get paid by his customer. And you're like, that's great. I'm so excited for him. And then they're in the background going, shit, I got to work on this. This is going to take me 4 to 12 weeks. So these brokers are really excited because they're going to, if you will, I won't say white label it, but they'll say, hey, Bob, that's awesome. Go to our website. There's a small business link. You can go on. It takes 30 minutes. You pay with a credit card. You're done. So they click on the XYZ insurance broker. Small business powered by the unbrokerage. So that's what we're building out right now.
So what's automated about it? What's automated about it?
Yeah, so the reason this works so well is because I've actually built out the entire rating system and underwriting platform. I take that away from the insurance companies. And before you guys say, well, how do you get them to approve it? I already have. I have 5 of the top tier insurance companies that would work with small businesses, and they've put their stamp of approval on it. And the reason they're doing that is because they want to work with companies like you. They want to write your business. They want to be your insurer, but they can't get to you unless they go through a broker. And frankly, brokers don't want to work with you. I do. So I make money on commissions that are typical in the policies. Those are 10 to 15%. The market, if you want to know, there's 20 million SMBs in the U.S. alone that generate $300 billion in insurance premium. Commissions 10 to 15%. Those of you who are not mathematically inclined, that's 30 to $45 billion I have a potential. I have a customer. I'm actually a real business. That's exciting. I'm looking to find 99 more customers. This, what I showed you, is a pure MVP. I wouldn't even call it beta. But I'm actively seeking either a technical co-founder or someone technical to join the team to help me fully automate the process, because you probably appreciate this. A lot of the automation is me running really, really fast in the background. But I know what the problem is. I know how to fix it. I'm just not technical. And you can probably tell that on this one. So that's where we are. I've had a lot of discussions with angel investors, seed funds, as well as strategic investors. And they're all really, really excited about this. They said the same exact thing. They said, Philip, what you're doing right now is going to redefine the way companies buy insurance. And quite frankly, it's going to redefine the way insurance companies acquire new customers. And that is a huge problem today for these organizations, especially insurance companies, because the only way they can grow is to work with companies like you. They've got Home Depot. They've got Delta Airlines. They've got those companies. They don't have you. Yeah, so right now we are Georgia focused only because I'm bootstrapping this and I've done everything to fit within the regulations, but it's expensive. So I'm able to do business in Georgia. That just means I need you to have a headquarter here in Georgia, but anywhere in the world, if you have any other locations anywhere else, I can do that. Growth plan is, so here's what it is. I need 100 grand. I'm looking to raise 100 grand to fully automate it and bring that technical person on board. That will probably take 6 months, best case scenario, probably another $1 million to kind of build out, get the rest of the licenses and go national. If that works, the sky's the limit. But the market's there, the challenge is big, and I'm closer than anyone else. Yeah, so there's a lot of competitors. Like I said, traditional brokers are my biggest competitors, small business brokers, and people who just don't think insurance is really a viable issue for their business. But there's a company out there that's been doing this for 15 years, and they have not been a big enough thorn in any broker's side to get even looked at to be acquired. But real quick, they're not doing it my way. They're just acquiring the data, and then it reverts back to the traditional 4 to 12-week process.
Let's give Philip a round of applause. Philip, you could have had me as a CTO. I mean, it was, I could have believed that you were a CTO. Designer, no way, but well done, well done.
I'll take you as a customer. Just go to my website.
I love it. And what was that again, website? Unbrokered.
One more quick thing. If any of you have any issues with insurance, come see me tonight. I can literally take it off your plate tonight. It'll be over.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Philip, for your time. Mark. Come on down.
Man, you guys look tired. Insurance must have put you all asleep. Just kidding, Philip. I'm actually an insurance major, risk management insurance at Georgia State. My name is Mark Hostetler. And what I'm trying to do is build a student-run incubator at Georgia State University. I do a lot of the insurance programs that we have at Georgia State, Panther Hackers, Startup Exchange, and I noticed that there's a big gap that young entrepreneurs have. We certainly have coders, we certainly have guys with ideas, but where are the accountants at? Who do we go to get legal advice? That's something we just don't have access to. And so as the Collegiate Entrepreneur Organization, we're trying to provide all that to students for free, run by students. What I'm asking from you guys, it's not money, it's actually a lot worse. I'm asking you guys for your time. We're hoping that you guys can come and help us with your, we're looking for people with tech experience, manufacturing experience that can help students go from 0 to 1.
You gonna be here afterwards? I'll be here afterwards. All right, good. Thank you, Mark. Georgia State showing up strong tonight. Mark, another Mark with a C. Come on down.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Mark McDougall, and I'm a web designer located here in Atlanta. We're actually doing another deal on landing pages, so if you have that burning business idea, you want to validate it, let me know. The only thing you need to do is tell me the promo code, but I'm not going to tell you right now. You have to find me after the event and come and have a quick conversation. It's kind of a funny word, so I think you'll like it. Email's on the back if you want to get in touch. Otherwise, come talk to me. Enjoy the rest of the presentations, guys.
Free landing pages. That's free conversion rates. That's free money. All right, y'all. This is a special guest tonight. Successful entrepreneur. Some know him as Michael Crocker. Others know him as Crimp Dog. Michael Crocker, take it away, my friend.
Thank you so much, John. Anyways, as John mentioned, my name's Michael Crocker, and I'm going to be talking to you tonight about food safety, which is somewhat ironic given the fact that I spent the past 7 years in medical imaging software. So, I founded a company last April, really built on this premise of trying to passively track doctors and nurses and whether or not they were washing their hands when they enter and exit patient rooms using a network of Bluetooth sensors, smartphones with Bluetooth enabled, and then also, a web dashboard. And so I linked up with 2 engineers from Georgia Tech, and we started building this application called VeriClean. And, as we got towards these sort of later stages of prototyping, I went out and I started talking to people in different industries to figure out, where else would a good play for hand hygiene compliance be? So I started talking to restaurants, and, I found out that in restaurants, they have issues with sanitation. I'm sure anybody saw the news last fall and looked at things like Chipotle, Buffalo Wild Wing recently got dinged. But they also have all of these other safety protocols that need adherence that are very difficult to monitor, and not monitoring those correctly lead to things like inventory loss, decreased efficiency in the kitchen, and also the biggest one being customer safety issues. So this is a little diagram that we put together of basically how our system Veritemp works. This is the first product that we brought to market, where basically we use our Bluetooth sensors. We distribute these throughout a kitchen into different refrigeration devices. We also have a, sort of a data hub that collects all of the temperature data packets. Then using or the Verizon cellular network, we push all of that up to the cloud and then make that available to anyone on a mobile device, web, really wherever. The best thing about the product, it's really easy to use. In one of our most recent installs, we actually just gave the customer a box and an install guide that I put together the night before, and they were able to install in about 10 to 15 minutes. So, I guess a last slide on traction before I give you guys a demo. We have 2 patents pending. We got App Store clearance in December. We did our first installation at Ted's Montana Grill in March 14th. We completed that pilot on February 5th. We've now installed in 2 additional Ted's. First paying customer February 15th, Willie's. Second paying customer last Friday, Raised on the River. We also last Friday, it was a great Friday for us. Last Friday, we were selected by the National Restaurant Association to participate in their Startup Alley. There's a lot of companies apply, so we get to basically get a free booth and make a pitch to 75,000 attendees, probably not that many, whoever decides to attend the event. We have also seen that there's probably a lot of opportunities here in healthcare as well. Linked up with the neuropathology group at Emory and took a tour of their labs, and the monitoring equipment there is really, really not that great. In any case, we've got another big pilot starting next week at Waffle House. We've got 4 full-time employees, and we're trying to raise a couple $100,000. So without further ado, because John told me that really stay low on the slides and show your product. So this is our web dashboard right here. You can go to verisolutions.co. A customer would come in here and log in. And so we start with sort of this enterprise view, where if you're, if you're like a Waffle House or someone like that, you'll have, of course. So you'll have you'll have basically, you'll have really, oh man, that's rough. Yeah.
Don't worry, Michael. This is not the first time it's happened.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think real quick what my password is. So hold on for 1 sec.
Yeah, that traction slide looked really good, though.
It did. I know. Until they use the product. So, in any case, I'll switch gears real quick over and we'll show some of the mobile stuff. So in any case, yes, there is a web dashboard. It doesn't seem to be really working, but you can see our mobile app right here, where basically I'll log out. We can log back into one of the environments right here. This is all live. And, what we'll see is basically a couple different coolers that are being monitored. If I click on a cooler, I will then, be able to see sort of this granular temperature log. So you can see that we're basically taking these temperatures every 30 minutes. We have a notification system built in, report engine, things like that I didn't get to see because I'm sure one of my developers was messing around with this right before I decided to get on stage. But questions, definitely.
Well done.
Yeah. That's a good question. I think, we would like to sort of get buy-in. There's actually
What's the question?
specific. So the question was, are we going to link up with health departments? There's actually some certifications that you can get where basically, they'll sort of give you a stamp of approval. There's like the National Sanitation Foundation. So I can't really get a health department to go out and endorse my product, but you can get some certifications that sort of lubricate the sales process. Exactly, just like if I were to get FDA clearance for a medical device or something like that. So yeah, if you get the certification, I think it makes the sale easier. Sure. So right now we're just using out-of-the-box estimate beacons. They have a lot of different sensors in there, things like proximity, timing, changes in ambient light. I think that, eventually there's definitely an opportunity down the road, not right now, to probably create your own sensors that would be more geared towards, doing what we want to do. Sure, right there. Yeah, so we do a SaaS model. Basically, that box that you saw, you get one data hub, which would be like an Android device that collects the Bluetooth packets. You also get 3 sensors. Each additional sensor is $10 a month. So we're seeing like average restaurant needing probably 6 to 7 devices monitored. And then if you look at buying these beacons in bulk, the price goes down. And then when you start dealing with like, the Verizon IoT group, they'll give you, a device with data for, about $5 a month. So the total cost for the restaurant for implementing this, yeah, so on a monthly basis, it would depend on the number of refrigeration units, but under $100. So most people would be like $70 a month. More questions? Yeah. No, I think that's a good question. So what I've seen is, we're not going to sell this to probably just like a standalone restaurant. But I think that when you have a restaurant group that has multiple locations and they're putting basically, the safety burden on, managers who are not owners, they begin to feel a little bit uncomfortable with that and want to have some sort of operational oversight as to, what's going on across their enterprise. I think that that's, one thing. And then the other thing that I've realized in talking with restaurants is, a lot of them are very proud of their brand. And so they're not thinking about like, hey, how do we get bigger? They're thinking about how do we protect the brand equity that we've worked so hard to build. And then, again, really can't wait to call Stan, the engineer, after this because I had some good stuff to show. But in any case, what we're seeing is that, in, say, this environment like at Ted's with 3 restaurants, they're beginning to actually, almost start scratching onto some of like an analytics component to see like which devices go down the most. Can that help justify, service and support contracts, things like that. And really the whole goal here is not to wake up in the morning, go into your kitchen and see that all of your food is spoiled and throw out thousands of dollars worth of meat. The goal is that as soon as that happens, you get notified, you go in there and you can basically take corrective measures. And even worse is like, what if the cooler goes out in the middle of the night, food gets hot, gets contaminated, you go back in and everything looks hunky-dory and then your stock price is shot like Chipotle. So thanks a lot. Sorry about the technical miscues.
Let's give it up for Michael. Michael, go easy on the engineer. The mobile app looks really good. Todd, hey, come on down.
Thank you very much. How many people here use open source software, open source in some way, open source technology platforms? Thank you, programming languages. The fact is nearly 80% of all organizations use open source today. We are running a conference here in the Atlanta area taking place March 16th and 17th, focusing on open technology, open source, and open web. It'll take place at the Georgia Tech Conference Center on Wednesday the 16th, the Garage on Thursday the 17th. Prices are fantastic. We have student rates. The website, greatwideopen.org, greatwideopen.org. It's back on the back board. The website, I'll be over at the desk with flyers right after. I encourage you to attend. Priced very affordably. Some of the best technology experts in the world will attend and speak. Today, we just announced Christian Heilman. Does anyone here, do we have any JavaScript people here? Christian Heilman's one of the most foremost JavaScript experts in the world. Join us. Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. I hear the Garage is awesome. I need to check that out. The fifth and final of the night, Collab Mix. Take it away. Kenny, you doing well, my man? All right now.
Hello, guys. We are collabmix.com. I'm Jimmy. This is Kenny. CollabMix is a collaboration and project management platform for musicians. Next screen. So you can show all three. Just to show you guys our target market, basically, we've got vocalists, musicians, and people that make music on computers. So you have programmers, you have producers, producers, engineers. So pretty much every music project has to get on a digital audio workstation like Logic Pro or GarageBand on Apple or other platforms on Windows, Ableton or Fruity Loops. So what we do is we provide tools for the musicians to have cleaner collaborations. Right now, you've got people are using Dropbox, email, text message. You have a lot of collaborations that are fizzling out before they start or they don't finish, or you're just finishing less collaborations than you can. Most music projects are not done by just one person, even if one person is doing most of it, but ends up being mixed and mastered later on. What I'd like to do is go over the main features that we have. Project management, which I touched on, which would work better in a live demo here. So this is actually my account. I've logged in with SoundCloud Connect, kind of like Facebook Connect or Google Connect. I've got all my music projects here. People I can follow. If I click in here, these happen to be all of my files, whether they're audio files that we can comment on or share. Then you have our digital audio workstation files as well. Try and get the Wi-Fi going. Eventually, we'll come back. So you have discussion threads right here. So it's searchable, kind of like if you're used to something like Basecamp, if you're a designer or a programmer, we're kind of bringing that paradigm here. You can create to-do lists for people. Say you need a new mix down, assign the user, the date, etc. We have an explore section that's similar to SoundCloud, where you can post projects and post songs. These are all of the different digital audio workstation programs that producers and musicians are working in, so you can filter all your results. Each one has its own page. Then you've got profile pages as well. I can invite them to any of my collaborations that I have going on. And that's pretty much the site.
Nice. Any questions?
Competition at this point, the closest thing we have to competition is Splice.com. It was founded by the founder of GroupMe messaging app that sold to Skype. It is not a day-to-day project management collaboration tool that people are using. It's focused more on the technical side. When they first came out, it was analogous to GitHub for developers, since he's kind of like a developer. It's a little too technical for guitarists or singers, rappers, and stuff like that to get on. It requires another download of an application. It's not really being used right now too much. So that's the closest thing. Then you have Google Drive, Dropbox, email, that kind of stuff. So we're trying to establish kind of a shared kind of visual project management workflow. So that's where we're coming from. That's the only competition. Revenue model is freemium. I'll go to our pricing page. So it's free, and then it goes basic all the way up to premium, monthly, and then there's an annual discount as well. Sure, similar to Dropbox. It counts towards everyone's storage and number of projects.
How's y'all's traction?
Traction,
Users, yeah.
right now we have less than 1,000 users. We're speaking at a lot of SAE campuses around the country, music production schools, doing South by Southwest next month, ASCAP Expo in LA in April. And we have a partnership with A3C hip hop conference here, which is kind of like SAE, South by Southwest, but for hip hop. Cool, cool.
Yeah, I know what it is.
All right. Well, it's for anybody else that didn't know. I got you. Go ahead. Okay, so the only integration is with SoundCloud, so you can log in, and you can also publish songs to there simultaneously if you want, with all the private and public and download options. The digital audio workstations, nothing actually integrates with those. There's nothing on the market that integrates with those. They're kind of closed off, and they do their own thing. But basically, we allow, and we also teach producers and artists how to share their files properly, because there's a way to bounce them out, especially, you saw the list right here. There's so many of them. This is not a full list, but this is kind of like the most popular digital audio workstations. So we teach everybody how to package everything up and share cross-platform. Oh, I can't hear. I don't know. I don't know who that is or what that is. No idea. Oh, we don't do version control. We actually come from, I guess our train of thought is like, we're kind of like the Vimeo of what we do. You know, it's you should already know what you're doing kind of thing, you know, but there is no version control. Even with Splice that kind of announced that they were kind of like GitHub, they're not. They're just basically Dropbox, you know, so you download something, you have a folder, and it syncs up files that you're already sharing type of deal. We believe that's just an extra step that just confuses people, you know, but there's no way to do version control per se. We have a mobile site. It's pretty awesome. But we'll be launching iPhone and Android apps soon too. Copyrights. Well, we have a pretty good terms of use at the moment. Aside from that, we do have a split sheet download for musicians to kind of get some of their percentages out the way if they're going down the professional route. And we're also looking to make those web-based and add extra creative agreements in there too, and list the one of the 3 PROs that you're a part of, the professional rights organizations that pay you, like ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC.
How long have you guys been working on this? It looks pretty baked out.
We started November 2014, launched beta November 2015, and here we are.
Nice. Last question? Any questions? Collab mix. Well done, Kenny. All right, hopefully there's some more keg in the more beer in the keg, more keg in the beer, and I hope everyone has a good night. We'll see you guys next month, last Monday of the month.
I don't know where I'm going to rest my head tonight, so I won't promise that I'll speak to you today. But